Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. Lolly says yes, thank you, Lolly. Samuel says yes, thank you, Samuel. Tomas says yes, thank you, Tomas. Okay, good. Mirena says yes, thank you, Mirena. Okay, you can see me, you can hear me, everything is how it should be. That makes me happy. And as you know, we always start our class with a toast. Whatever you're drinking, pick it up. And right here, I have my hot coffee. And we are having two toasts. Yes, two toasts. Our first toast is for the members, the green team. You see them. Their names are in green. They support me. They support the channel. Let's give the green team a big thank you. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Very hot, very hot. Our second toast, it is for you because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Delicious and hot. Mary's here. Hello, Mary. Okay, good. All right, I see more people in the chat there. MV. Hello, MV. Oh, that's Marcos. That's Marcos, right? Marcos is here. Good. Mitra is here. Okay, good to see everyone in the chat. That's what we do. We help each other in the chat. We participate in the chat. Please participate in the chat. Help yourself. Help others at the same time. Subscribe to my channel. You get into the chat. I only have subscribers in the chat because that keeps the bots out, that keeps the spamming out, so we have a safe and fun place to practice our English together. Subscribe, get in the chat, participate in the chat, help yourself, help others at the same time. Okay, now let's also talk about today's lesson plan, and here it is. We're going to start with an idiom worksheet. Yes, it's an idiom. We have an idiom, and there's a worksheet which will help us with example sentences, and our example sentences are written by the green team. We'll do that first. Then after that, we have listening with a twist. 3 stories. Each story, there are changes. You listen for the changes. After that, we have Lolly's Revenge. That's a conversation between 2 people, Joe and Sue. After that, we have a worksheet, another worksheet, positive, negative connotation pairs. We look at 6 adjectives. We see the positive adjectives. We see the negative adjectives. We talk about those adjectives and we practice making sentences with those adjectives. So lots of practice for you. Lots of practice in the chat. Let's do it together, shall we? Yeah? Okay, good. Let's start with our idiom worksheet. Let's start with our idiom. And the idiom is mull over. Mull over. Mull over. Okay, that's it. Mull over. And that means to consider, right? There's choices. You have choices to make. So you have to mull over those choices, right? You have to consider the choices. So you mull over, you think about, you consider, usually, you know, something that is something that needs to, you need to think about. You need some time to mull it over. You don't want to make a bad decision. You want to make a good decision. So you mull it over, yeah? And I have an example sentence, of course. And my example sentence is, I'm still mulling over which hotel to stay at for my trip. One more time. I'm still mulling over which hotel to stay at for my trip, right? So many choices, right? You're going to go on a trip. There's hotels all over the place. And there are different kinds of hotels, and expensive hotels, cheap hotels. There are convenient hotels, like conveniently located hotels. There are hotels out of the way, right? So you have to consider which one to stay at, and you should mull it over, make a good choice, yeah? So let me write it on the board, and then we'll look at the worksheet. Okay, there it is. I'm still mulling over which hotel to stay at for my trip. Okay, so mull over, to consider, right? Lots of choices, so mull it over. Don't make a bad choice, make a good choice. Okay, that's my example sentence. Let's look at the green team's example sentences. And there's a worksheet, yeah? So, and talking about worksheets, on Patreon, you can find all the worksheets. Support me there so I can support you here. Get all the worksheets you see here, there. Okay, let's check it out. It's right there. Let's make it larger. It's too small. We gotta make it larger, of course. And here we go. Mull over, consider. And, whoop, it's too big. It's too big. Okay, that's good, I think. All right, so let's check out our examples, shall we? Okay, here we go. Carlos's sentence. I can help you mull over your idea about remodeling your kitchen cabinets, right? So Carlos is a carpenter. He makes cabinets. And so when you are thinking about remodeling your kitchen, you know, lots of choices. What are you going to do? You know, how are you going to remodel your kitchen? You need cabinets, right? Kitchen cabinets. So he will help you mull over your ideas. Okay, good sentence, Carlos. Lolly's here. Here is Lolly's sentence. You should mull over your mistakes in speaking English, trying to learn from them, right? So think about your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. That's how we improve for sure. Nice sentence, Lolly. Tetsuro's sentence. Joe needed some quiet time to mull over the difficult choice ahead of him, right? Quiet time so he can think about it. He can make the right choice. Yeah, good one, Tetsuro. Marion's sentence. I need some time to mull it over before I make a decision about commuting, right? So commuting, that's from your house to work, yeah? And so what you have to, like, okay, how far do you want to live from your house, right? The commute is something you do every day. So do you want a short commute? Maybe you have to pay more rent, or you have to buy a more expensive house to live closer to your work, or maybe if you move further away, it's cheaper to live, but the commute is longer. So mull it over. Okay, good, Marion. Milena is here. Here's Milena's sentence. Seeking information can help you mull over difficult decisions and then, with a prayer, decide, right? Seek information, like research, maybe ask people, ask friends about it, you know, before. So by seeking that information, you can consider you'll make a better decision, right? By seeking information, considering with other people. Good sentence. Marcos is here. Here's Marcos's sentence. After mulling over his options, Joe finally decided to start his own business, right? So there's lots to consider when you are starting your own business. And so you need to mull it over before you make that kind of decision. Good job, Marcos. Tomas is here. Tomas's sentence. I'd better mull over whether to buy a new car or not. I'd better mull over whether to buy a new car or not, right? New cars are very expensive. So you have to make a decision. Do I get a new car or do I get a used car? So mull it over, make the right choice. Okay, good sentences, everyone. Now, of course, I want to see your sentences. Yeah, it's time for you to make your sentences. We checked out the green team sentences. There's great examples for you. Let's do it in, I'll give you, let's go 4 minutes. Let's make sentences in 4 minutes. I'll put up the examples sentences again. Okay, here we go. Yeah, sleepwalker, think over, consider. That's right. Yeah. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And make your sentences. Haha. Tomas is going to get a Ferrari. Good luck. Sleepwalker, I'll mull over your offer and phone you. Yeah, so someone is making Sleepwalker an offer, maybe a new job, and so she's going to think about it. She's going to consider whether to take the job or not. So she's going to mull it over. Okay, Lolly, let's take a day to mull over the project. Yeah, that's a good idea. So let's take a day and not rush. Let's mull it over before we start the project. Good sentence. Okay, 3 more minutes, write your sentence, and then we'll go to our next activity, that is listening with a twist. It's a very fun and effective activity, listening with a twist. Mirena, I often mull over my past, but I wouldn't change anything. Yeah, that we do. It's hard not to do that, right, Mirena? We often think about our past, but what it doesn't really do any good, right? We can't change the past. Where today, if someone offers you something or you have to decide something, we can mull it over today to make that decision in the future, right? But if it's already been made, there's nothing we can do about it. So that's why it's good to mull it over now, because once you make the decision, you can't change it. Okay, Tomas, before deciding, we have to mull over. Okay, here we go. We're going to change your sentence a little bit, Tomas. Before we decide, we have to mull it over well. Mull over everything well. Mull over everything well. So let's just change the order. So everything well. Before we decide, we have to mull it over. We have to mull over everything well. We have to mull over everything well. Lolly, they still mulling over the best solution to this. They are. Still. So we need the be verb there, Lolly. They are still mulling over the best solution to this problem. Good. Mary Poppins, I always mull over before buying expensive things. Yes. Right? Once you buy it, don't break the bank. Okay, Sleepwalker, he carefully mulled over different options of the question and decided to pick the first one. Hannah says, I have to mull it over before I give you my decision. Good, I have to mull it over. Mirena, unfortunately, few people mull over before speaking and they do great damage. Yep, think before you speak. Okay, Marcos, Sue is mulling over the proposals before making any changes. Think first. Sleepwalker, she is mulling over and analyzing yesterday's presentation. Tomas, before we decide, we have to mull over everything well. Very good, Tomas. Okay, that was the clock, our timer. Now it's time for listening with a twist. Oh, Hannah, no problem. See, Hannah, you have to, did you read Lolly's sentence? Right? So it's natural to make a mistake. So that's how we learn. So never say sorry about mistakes, please. Right? The important thing is to notice your mistake and then fix your mistake. That's how you improve, right? You make a mistake, which is natural, but the important thing is to see your mistake, to notice your mistake, then fix your mistake. By doing that, noticing and fixing, you will remember and you won't do it again. So that is no problem. Never say sorry. Okay, Shams, I'm mulling over whether to take a vacation next year. Whether to take a vacation next year. Okay, good, Shams. All right, so let's do our listening with a twist right here at number 2. Okay, we have 3 stories and there are changes in the stories, and the purpose or the activities for you to hear those changes, remember those changes, okay? That's what we want to do. This is listening practice. You are listening for information and what has changed in those stories. So we have story 1. This is the base story, the original story. Then we have the second one. So we'll call this version 1. And then we have version 2, where there are more changes. Version 2. Okay, we're going to listen to the first story, and then we're going to listen to the second one, and what are the changes? Then we'll listen to the third one. What are the changes? Okay, Shams, my sister is mulling over whether, or either, yeah, whether is better, whether. So whether is like, do I do this or do that? Weather. So not the weather like rainy and cloudy and sunny, not that weather, but the choice, 2 choices, whether to get a new car or a used car, whether to buy gold or a new car. Yeah, so weather, W-H-E-T-H-E-R, weather. So that is, oops, it's H. Okay, so whether, you have to, which Which one are you going to get? I have to mull over whether to get a new car or a used car. I have to mull over whether to keep this job or get a new job. I have to mull over whether to go on vacation or work overtime, right? So just two choices. Which one are you going to make? Whether, yeah, Lolly, good. Okay, let's do our listening with a twist. Okay, like I said, we have 3 stories. The first story is the base. Then there's a second story, there are changes, and there's a third story, and there are more changes. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up. And so the first time I'm going to read it 3 times. I'm not going to show it to you. You have to listen. And then I will show it to you after that. Then we will read it together. Okay, so actually, I'm going to change it a little. I'm going to change the step. I'm going to read the first story once, then we're going to read it together. I think that's going to save a little time, and I don't think we need to read the first story 3 times, but I will read the second story 3 times and the third story 3 times, because that's where you have to listen for the changes. So the first story, the original story, I'm going to read it just 1 time, okay? But then I'm going to show it to you. Then you will read it with me, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, here we go. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. The base story. Jim joined a cooking class on Wednesday evening. The teacher showed the students how to make pizza. First, they mixed the dough and cut vegetables. Then they added cheese and baked the pizza. Everyone tasted the food and shared their pizza with friends. Okay, so let's read it together. Again, this is the base story. Okay, there it is. We gotta make it larger here. Okay. Well, it's too big. Oh, it's still a little big. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's read it together. Here we go. This is the first story. This is the base story. Here we go. Jim joined a cooking class on Wednesday evening. The teacher showed the students how to make pizza. First, they mixed the dough and cut vegetables. Then they added cheese and baked the pizza. Everyone tasted the food and shared their pizza with friends. Okay, there it is. That's the first story. Okay, now we're going to read the second story. I'll read it 3 times. Listen for the changes, okay? Listen for the changes. Here we go. Okay, story 2. What are the changes? I can't see the chat because I'm looking at the story. Okay, here we go. Story 2. What are the changes? Actually, I'll tell you how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changes. 5. Okay, here we go. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jim joined a cooking class on Thursday evening. The teacher showed the students how to make pasta. First, they mixed the dough and cut tomatoes. Then they added cheese and baked the dish. Everyone tasted the food and shared their pasta with friends. Okay, here we go. Second time. What are the changes? Jim joined a cooking class on Thursday evening. the teacher showed the students how to make pasta. First, they mixed the dough and cut tomatoes. Then they added cheese and baked the dish. Everyone tasted the food and shared their pasta with friends. Okay, here we go. Third time, last time. Jim joined a cooking class on Thursday evening. The teacher showed the students how to make pasta. First, they mixed the dough and cut tomatoes. Then they added cheese and baked the dish. Everyone tasted the food and shared their pasta with friends. Okay. That was story 2. What are the changes? Sleepwalker. Thursday, pasta, cut tomatoes, the dish shared with friends. 5. Lolly, Thursday, pasta, tomatoes, dish, pasta. 5. Zara, Thursday, pasta, tomatoes, dish, shared pasta. 5. Samuel, Thursday evening, pasta, tomatoes, the dish, share pasta. 5. Yeah, you got it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let's have a look. Let's check it out. Mary, Wednesday. Okay, Mary always does. She shows us the changes. That's great. Wednesday changes to Thursday. Shams, Thursday, pasta, cut tomatoes, dish, pasta. That's 5. Good, Shams. Mary, make pizza, change to make pasta. Good. Okay, 3 more, Mary. Let's see if she can, how fast she is. Okay, cut vegetables, cut tomatoes. Good, 3. 2 more, Mary. Okay, bake pizza, bake the dish. Good. Okay, 1 more, Mary, and that's, you will have a perfect score. 1 more for your perfect score. Hannah, Thursday evening, pasta, cut tomatoes, dish, pasta. Good, that's 5. Okay, Mary, shared pizza, shared pasta. Perfect score, Mary. Well done. Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. Story 2. Jim joined a cooking class on Thursday evening. All right, Wednesday changed to Thursday. The teacher showed the students how to make pasta. All right, pizza changed to pasta. First, they mixed the dough and cut tomatoes. Vegetables changed to tomatoes. Then they added cheese and baked the dish. Pizza changed to dish. Everyone tasted the food and shared their pasta with friends. Pizza changed to pasta. Great. Okay, now let's do the third story. What are the changes? There will be more changes. Mary, never say never. So Mary's saying, oh, I'm not so fast. I'm slow too. So Mary, don't say sorry, please. I love you. Okay, here we go. Story 3. No, that's not story 3. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I kind of lost it, but I see it now. Okay, here we go. Story 3. What are the changes? And I'll tell you how many changes there are. There's, okay, and not we're doing groups, okay? So, for example, story 2 was Thursday, right? So Wednesday changed to Thursday. So that Thursday is one word, but I'm counting groups of words, okay? Phrases, okay? So words and phrases. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 changes. 10. Okay, but you can do it. Here we go. I'll read it 3 times. 10 changes. Can you hear the 10 changes? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Jim joined a baking class on Saturday morning. The teacher showed the students how to make cookies. First, they mixed butter, sugar, and flour. Then they shaped the dough and baked them. Everyone decorated cookies and took them home. Okay, here we go. Second time. 10 changes. Jim joined a baking class on Saturday morning. The teacher showed the students how to make cookies. First, they mixed butter, sugar, and flour. Then they shaped the dough and baked them. Everyone decorated cookies and took them home. Okay, here we go. Third time, last time. Jim joined a baking class on Saturday morning. The teacher showed the students how to make cookies. First, they mixed butter, sugar, and flour. Then they shaped the dough and baked them. Everyone decorated cookies and took them home. Okay. Did you hear the changes? Did you write down the changes? Sorry, Tomas. Okay. What are the changes? Okay, sleepwalker. Baking class. Saturday morning. Make cookies. Mixed butter, sugar, flour. Shaped the dough. Baked them. Decorated cookies, took them home. Yeah. Maybe you added more than you needed. But good, I think you got them all. Lolly, baking class, Saturday morning, cookies, butter, sugar, flour, baked them, decorated cookies, took them home. Yeah, maybe you did or maybe you didn't. I'm not sure. We'll look at it. Of course, we're going to look at it. But Lolly, that I think that's good. Zara, baking class, Saturday morning. Make cookies. Mixed butter, sugar, flour, shaped the dough, decorated the cookies, took them home. Yeah, I think you got it. Oh, flour, you didn't. Oh, yeah. Okay, good, sleepwalker. Okay, so we'll look at the sentences in a few here. Just waiting for the last people here. Shams, baking class, Saturday morning, Cookies. Took them home. Butter, sugar. Yeah, good. Samuel, baking class, Saturday morning, cookies. Butter, sugar, flour, baked them, decorated them, took them home. Yeah. I think there's 10, but maybe I counted wrong. Because I counted, like for example, Saturday morning as one change. Where the second story was Thursday, but the third story was Saturday morning. So I counted that as one change, Saturday morning. I like a little phrase. Okay, I think I'm looking at the clock. Let's check out the paper here. Let's read it together. Let's have a look at the changes together. Here we go. Okay, I think there's 10. Maybe I always make mistakes. Maybe I made a mistake. Let's check it out. Here we go. So, story 3. Jim joined a baking class on Saturday morning. Okay, so the first story was cooking class. And so cooking class changed to baking class. Wednesday evening changed to Saturday morning. Okay, the teacher showed the students how to make cookies. So pizza changed to cookies. First, they mixed butter, sugar, and flour. Okay, so those are added on. So the first story was mixed the dough and cut the vegetables. And so it changed to they mixed butter, sugar, and flour. Then they shaped the dough. So added cheese, changed to shape the dough. Maybe some people missed that, maybe. Sleepwalker got it. And baked them. Now, baked the pizza, changed to them, the cookies, right? Them. Everyone decorated cookies. So tasted the food, changed to decorated cookies. And then took them home. That changed to shared pizza with their friends. So I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there we go. Okay, let's read all 3 together. Here we go, story 1, 2, and 3. We're going to read them right now together. Jim joined a cooking class on Wednesday evening. The teacher showed the students how to make pizza. First, they mixed the dough and cut vegetables. Then they added cheese and baked the pizza. Everyone tasted the food and shared their pizza with friends. Story 2. Jim joined a cooking class on Thursday evening. The teacher showed the students how to make pasta. First, they mixed the dough and cut tomatoes. Then they added cheese and baked the dish. Everyone tasted the food and shared their pasta with friends. Story 3. Jim joined a baking class on Saturday morning. The teacher showed the students how to make cookies. First, they mixed butter, sugar, and flour. Then they shaped the dough and baked them. Everyone decorated cookies and took them home. Okay, now our last step is reading yourself out loud. So you're going to now read all 3 to yourself out loud so you are listening to yourself speak English. 3 minutes. And if you need, if you do it faster, then read it again. Okay. So I'm just going to give you 3 minutes for you to read it again and again and again. Okay. Listening to yourself, use English. Listen to yourself, speak English. Okay. So 3 minutes. Here we go. I'm going to turn off my mic so I don't disturb you. Okay. So here we go. Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are reading now. Whoops. Okay. Okay, that was 3 minutes. Everyone good? Everyone finish? Everyone finish? Do you need more time? Are you okay? Okay, I see a okay from Sleepwalker. Hannah says done. Okay, good. What about the green team? Are we good? Okay, Lolly says okay. Tomas doesn't like this. I'm sorry, Tomas. Okay, maybe Tomas took a coffee break. maybe Tomas took a nap. Okay, good. All right, so now we are doing Lolly's Revenge. Yay, Lolly's Revenge. We like Lolly's Revenge. Okay, good. Mirena. That's what keeps me going here. Okay, here we go. Number 3, Lolly's Revenge. Okay, and we have 4 steps to Lolly's Revenge. We have the conversation. Then after the conversation, there's questions and answers. After that, we will read the conversation, and then we will shadow the conversation. Okay, so those are the 4 steps. I will read the conversation 3 times. It's a conversation between 2 people, Joe and Sue. After I read the conversation 3 times, I will ask you 4 questions. So please listen carefully so you can answer the questions. After we do the questions, then we will read the conversation together. You will see the sentences. And then after that, we will shadow the conversation. We will be Joe. We will be Sue. We will be the conversation. Okay. Good. Tomas is back. Welcome back, Tomas. Okay, good. All right, so here we go. I'm going to read the conversation. Let me pull it up here. Let me see it. Okay, I see it, but I can't see the chat. That's the one bad part. When I'm reading the conversation, I cannot see the chat. This is Joe. When you see my thumb, Joe is speaking. This is Sue. When you see my pinky, Sue is speaking. Okay, I'm going to read it 3 times. Listen carefully because there are questions. Here we go. Joe is first. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sue, why are the eggs sticking to the pan? Did you grease the pan? Grease the pan? I don't understand. Joe, you need a cooking class. Actually, that sounds fun. If you are serious, I'll go with you. Okay, let's do it. I think I saw a cooking studio downtown. Let's sign up for a class. Let me find it online. Okay, here we go. Second time, Joe is first. Sue, why are the eggs sticking to the pan? Did you grease the pan? Grease the pan? I don't understand. Joe, you need a cooking class. Actually, that sounds fun. If you are serious, I'll go with you. Okay, let's do it. I think I saw a cooking studio downtown. Let's sign up for a class. Let me find it online. Okay, one more time, third time. Joe is first. Here we go. Sue, why are the eggs sticking to the pan? Did you grease the pan? Grease the pan? I don't understand. Joe, you need a cooking class. Actually, that sounds fun. If you are serious, I'll go with you. Okay, let's do it. I think I saw a cooking studio downtown. Let's sign up for a class. Let me find it online. Okay, that was the conversation. I read it 3 times. Let's check the box. Okay, now we have Q&A, questions and answers. I'll ask the questions and you answer the questions. Here we go. Let me pull up the questions here. Okay, I see the questions. Question number 1. What is Joe trying to cook? What is Joe trying to cook? What is Joe trying to cook? I'm going to put it right here so you can see it. Oh, let's bring it down. What is Joe trying to cook? There we go. There's the question. Okay, Mirena says eggs. Sleepwalker, he is trying to cook eggs. Lolly, he's trying to fry eggs. Zara, eggs. Samuel, he is trying to cook eggs. Shams, Joe's trying to cook eggs. Yeah. You got it. Yeah, simple. Nice. Okay, number 2. Yeah, good, Hannah. Eggs. That's right. Okay, here we go. Question number 2. Yeah, Mary, Joe is trying to fry eggs. Mirena, it's very difficult to cook eggs. A perfect egg is difficult. I think so too. Okay. Anyone can make sloppy eggs, but if you want to make a perfect egg, a perfect fried egg, that is difficult. Okay. 2. What is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem? There it is right there. So Joe is trying to cook. What is the problem? Yeah, good, Sleepwalker. The eggs are sticking to the pan. Zara, the egg. Lolly, the problem is he didn't grease the pan. Good. Samuel, the eggs are sticking on the pan. Yeah, so the problem is the eggs are sticking to the pan. Mirena, the eggs stick to the pan. It always happens. Yeah, it's hard. The eggs are. Oh, the egg is sticking to the pan. Okay, Shams, that's good. Tomas, eggs stuck to the pan. The egg stuck to the pan. Mary, the eggs are sticking to the pan. Ooh. Okay, good. Yep. Okay, question number 3. Here we go. Zara, the egg is sticking to the pan. The egg is sticking to the pan. Okay, here we go. Number 3. Yeah. Okay, so Tomas, hold on, wait, Tomas. Question number 3. What does Sue suggest? Question number 3. What does Sue suggest? What does Sue suggest? Let's pull it up here so you can see. What does Sue suggest? Number 3. What does Sue suggest? Yes, good, Lolly. Yep. So, good, Sleepwalker. So Lolly says, she suggests that he take cooking lessons. Very good, Lolly. Yep, we can also say to grease the pan. Yep. That's right. So at the beginning, she asked, did you grease the pan, right? So, and then she also suggested that he take a cooking class. That's right. So there's actually 2 suggestions. Yeah, okay, good. Good, Mary. Yeah, Sham. So Sue suggested that he needs a cooking class. Samuel, Sue suggested him to take a cooking class. Good. Okay. Number 4. That's right. So you can say she suggested that he grease the pan and take a cooking class. Okay, here we go. Question number 4. Now, I always want to hear about your experience, okay? So this question is for you. How did you learn to cook? How did you learn to cook? How did you learn to cook? Okay, so here we go. So this is your experience. How did you learn to cook? I want to know. How did you learn to cook? How did you learn to cook? want you to see my shiny head there. You guys get blinded by my chrome dome. So I'm going to put it like right there. It's kind of a, let's make it full screen. let's make it full screen. You don't have to look at me here. No one wants to look at me. Okay, there we go. We're full screen. I think this is better. Okay, number 4. How did you learn to cook? That's good, Mary. Mirena says, taking cooking classes helps you avoid making further mistakes, but it doesn't always work. I haven't learned yet. Oh, she's helpless. Or hopeless, we should say. I don't think so. Sleepwalker, cooking eggs was my first dish that I learned to cook. Okay, but Sleepwalker, how did you learn to cook? Who taught you? How did you learn? Sleepwalker, mostly I learned by myself. Mary learned from her mom and grandmom. Zara, oh, I learned to cook in my school. I did too, my junior high school. And that's where I learned to cook, in junior high school. I was never taught by my parents. Actually, like I learned from at school, and also like friends, my friends, I learned how to cook. Okay, good, Samuel. Wait, okay, here, I missed them. Okay, Hannah, I spent a lot of time with my grandma and my mom in the kitchen. Good, Hannah. Samuel, I am able to cook perfect, and I learned it from my sister and also through the Google sometimes. Okay, good. Lolly says, my mother taught me the basics of cooking, then I taught myself with cookbooks. I love cooking. Yeah, that was kind of like, for me, like I learned the basics in junior high school, and then university I took a cooking class, and then of course like just through cookbooks and trial and error. Okay, Shams, I learned cooking with books and YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is a good tool, right? For sure. Okay, Marcos, I learned how to fry eggs in a quick class on the weekend. Nice. Yeah, cooking's fun and very important. Right? We gotta learn, we have to know how to cook. It's a necessity. I'm okay. I'm slow. So I can cook, but I'm slow because I have to read, I measure. So I'm not a natural cook, right? So I have a few dishes, you know, like my pizza is really good. So I can make pizza from scratch. So my pizza is good. I like to barbecue. My barbecue is pretty good. What else? Yeah, and the thing is, I need a recipe, and I can make the recipe, but I'm a little slow. Okay, good. Okay, so that was questions and answers. Oh, that's great, Marcos. Oh, Lolly, yeah, come to Japan. I made pizza today for lunch, actually, leftover. So I bought lots of the dough for the pizza, and so it was leftover. So I made that this weekend for my family. I made little pizzas for everyone, and then I had one left, and so today at lunch I made a pizza, a small pizza for lunch today. Okay, that was questions and answers. Check the box. Okay, let's read the conversation together. Okay, come on, Lolly. I'll make a pizza just for you. Okay, let's read the conversation. Okay, we gotta make it larger. Here we go. There is. Well, I need a cough. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off my mic. Okay, here we go. Let's read the conversation together. Joe says, Sue, why are the eggs sticking to the pan? Did you grease the pan? Grease the pan? I don't understand. Joe, you need a cooking class. Actually, that sounds fun. If you are serious, I'll go with you. Okay, let's do it. I think I saw a cooking studio downtown. Let's sign up for a class. Let me find it online. Okay, here we go. Second time. We read it 3 times together. Sue, why are the eggs sticking to the pan? Did you grease the pan? Grease the pan? I don't understand. Joe, you need a cooking class. Actually, that sounds fun. If you are serious, I'll go with you. Okay, let's do it. I think I saw a cooking studio downtown. Let's sign up for a class. Let me find it online. Okay, we go one more time. Here we go. Sue, why are the eggs sticking to the pan? Did you grease the pan? Grease the pan? I don't understand. Joe, you need a cooking class. Actually, that sounds fun. If you are serious, I'll go with you. Okay, let's do it. I think I saw a cooking studio downtown. Let's sign up for a class. Let me find it online. Okay, there we go. That is the conversation. We read it together. Let's check the box. Now we're going to shadow. We're going to be Joe. We're going to be Sue. We're going to say the sentences together. You're not going to see the sentences. You'll be listening and speaking at the same time. 2 skills at the same time. It's a challenge, but that's why you're here. Input, output, input, output. Okay, here we go. I will see the conversation, but you will not. Okay, here we go. We're going to say the sentences 3 times together. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sue, why are the eggs sticking to the pan? Why are the eggs sticking to the pan? Why are the eggs sticking to the pan? Did you grease the pan? Did you grease the pan? Did you grease the pan? Grease the pan? I don't understand. Grease the pan? I don't understand. Grease the pan? I don't understand. Joe, you need a cooking class. You need a cooking class. You need a cooking class. Actually, that sounds fun. Actually, that sounds fun. Actually, that sounds fun. If you are serious, I'll go with you. If you are serious, I'll go with you. If you are serious, I'll go with you. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. I think I saw a cooking studio downtown. I think I saw a cooking studio downtown. I think I saw a cooking studio downtown. Let's sign up for a class. Let's sign up for a class. Let's sign up for a class. Let me find it online. Let me find it online. Let me find it online. Okay, there was the conversation. We shadowed. We were Joe. We were Sue. Let's check the box. We always read the conversation after we shadow, right? We want to make sure that we heard the words correctly. We want to know for sure that we said the sentences correctly, right? Because you didn't see the sentences. So we look at the sentences after we shadow. Let's have a look. Okay, Joe starts. Joe says, Sue, why are the eggs sticking to the pan? Did you grease the pan? Grease the pan? I don't understand. Joe, you need a cooking class. Actually, that sounds fun. If you are serious, I'll go with you. Okay, let's do it. I think I saw a cooking studio downtown. Let's sign up for a class. Let me find it online. Yeah, Mirena, they always stick. There's no such thing. We have them in Japan too, Mirena. No, you gotta grease the pan. Yeah, so Mirena, she says her comment, my son bought me a pan from the United States where eggs are not supposed to stick. I don't have the courage to tell him that they stick. Yep. There's no such thing as a pan where eggs do not stick. No, you have to grease the pan. And there's an expression, grease the palm, right? So if you want me to do something, you got to grease the palm. You have to give me money. So politicians always say, grease my palm, grease my palm, yeah? So like you grease the pan when you're cooking eggs. The politicians, people who want money to do something, they say, grease my palm, grease my palm. Okay, that was Lolly's Revenge. And we got one more activity. That is positive, negative connotation pairs. Here we go. Number 4. Positive, negative connotation pairs. Okay, so we got adjectives, we got ones that are negative and ones that are positive, or I should say positive and negative. First are the positives. Realistic, realistic, that's the positive. The negative. Cynical, cynical, and that means practical. Okay. Second pair. Organized, organized, that's positive. Controlling, controlling, that is negative. That means structured. Structured, structured. Now our last pair. Helpful, helpful, that's positive. Meddlesome, meddlesome, that's negative. Meddlesome, meddlesome, meddlesome. And then that means supportive. Supportive. Okay, those are was there a question? Okay. Realistic, cynical, practical, organized, controlling, structured, helpful, meddlesome, supportive. Okay, let's check out the worksheet. We got 3 pages. We're looking at page 1 right now. And of course, for the worksheets, my Patreon, support me on Patreon so I can support you here. You get all of the worksheets there. Okay, here we go. It's on this side. Okay, there we go. We have our connotation pairs. Our first activity is matching the negative with the positive partner. Let's make it larger. There we go. I know many of you are using your phones, so there you can see it easier. Okay, so our negatives are cynical, controlling, and meddlesome. And then our positives are organized, helpful, and realistic. So match the negative with the positive. Sleepwalker is very fast. She's speedy. Yes, good, good, Mirena. Good, Lolly. Okay, I will. Meddlesome. So meddlesome is people interfere. So meddlesome, so you're trying to do something maybe, and someone's meddlesome, meaning they're interfering with what you're trying to do, and they're getting in the way. They are, yeah, like they're in your way. They are not helping you. So a meddlesome person, maybe kind of like a nosy person, but where nosy, like someone's secret or, you know, someone's personal life, someone's nosy about someone's personal life, where meddlesome is like an action you are doing. Maybe at work, you're trying to organize something at work, and someone is getting in your way. They're making it more difficult for you. Interfering, yeah. Good, Lolly. Okay, good, Sleepwalker. Okay, so you guys got it. So so cynical, and the positive is realistic. Controlling, the positive is organized. Meddlesome, the positive is helpful. Okay, good. Now let's go to part 2. Here, you write the correct adjective. There's a choice of 2. Which one is correct for the sentence? Which one is correct for the sentence? Okay, so after you guys finish, and then I'll read the sentence using the correct adjective. Hosen, hello, we have a new person, Hosen. Hello, hello. Of course, we are friendly here. Everyone is helpful. Everyone here in the chat is friendly. We always say hello. Ah, thank you, Milena. Oh, Sleepwalker. See, Hosen? Everyone is saying hello. Okay, we almost done here. Okay, good, Lolly. Okay, Samuel, it's almost done. Okay, we'll go about, I don't know, a few more seconds here, and then I will read the sentences using the correct adjective. Okay, Samuel's got one more to do. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. Let's read the sentences. Number 1, she viewed life with balance and reason. She was realistic. A. 2, he kept things tidy and well planned. He was organized. A. 3, she always looked for ways to help others. She was helpful. That's A. Number 4, he doubted everyone's motives, being too cynical. B. 5, she wanted to manage every little thing, becoming controlling. B. 6, he interfered in others' business, acting meddlesome. That's B. Okay, good job. Now we go to page 2. In each page, it gets a little more difficult. Your choices, you have to start doing it more and more on your own, right? So each step, you have to do more of it yourself. Okay, we go, page 2. Gotta make it larger. Okay, now you're gonna rewrite each sentence using a more positive adjective, right? So make the sentence positive. 1, he was cynical about his co-workers' ideas. That's a negative sentence. 2, she was controlling during the meeting. That's a negative sentence. 3, he was meddlesome in other people's problems. That is negative. Let's make it positive. Let's make those sentences positive. Now make it a little bit larger just so the phone people on their phones can see it easier. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Make those sentences positive. Okay, Sleepwalker, he is realistic about life. Lolly, he was realistic about his co-workers' ideas. Sleepwalker, she was organized at work. Mirena, he was realistic about his co-workers' ideas. Mary, he was realistic about his co-workers' ideas. Sleepwalker, he was helpful in others. He was helpful in other people's problems. Good. Yeah, that's a nice guy. That's a good person. Lolly, she was organized during the meeting. That's important. Mary, she was organized during the meeting. Yep, it's good to be organized during a meeting, that's for sure. Otherwise, maybe your coworkers will not respect you. Mirena, she was organized during the meeting. Okay, a few more seconds here and then we'll go to the next part. Lolly, he was helpful in other people's problems. Very good. Mary, he was helpful in other people's problems. Mirena, he was helpful in others' problems. Good, good, good. It's important to be like that. Okay, now what we're going to do here is write whether. Okay, there's our word. Right? Whether. Which one? Whether. Okay, whether the adjective is positive or negative. Okay, so we're going to put a P for positive, an N for negative. And here's our first group of adjectives. We have practical. Practical means realistic, right? A practical person, they are, they see how it really is. They're not thinking, or they're not like in some imaginary world. They're being practical. They understand what's happening. Skeptical, someone who's doubting, right? They're looking at it in a bad way. They're skeptical. They're not optimistic. They're skeptical. They don't think it's going to be good. Structured. That structured is step by step. Someone who does something step by step. They're very careful in what they do. Rigid. A rigid person is not flexible. They don't want to do something that is maybe we say like out of the box, or let's try something different. A rigid person says, no, this is how we should always do it. Supportive, right? They're helpful for other people. Intrusive. They are kind of like nosy people. They're intrusive. They want to know what you're doing. They kind of get in the way of what you are doing. They're intrusive. They always like looking over your shoulder. Good, Lolly. Yeah. Okay, so practical, we can say positive for practical. Yeah. So I would say positive. Skeptical, I think that's a negative, right? Because they're looking at things in a negative way. So skeptical is negative. Structured, I think that's a positive, right? Structured is good. Rigid, that's too structured, right? That's a negative. Rigid, right? They're not willing to try something different. Supportive, of course, that's positive, right? They want to support other people. Intrusive, right? That is a negative, right? They're too nosy. They're in your business. They want, they're looking over your shoulder. So intrusive is a negative. Okay, our next group. Okay, so we have realistic. Wait, is that, so realistic is kind of like practical. I would say it's the same as practical, realistic. They see things how they really are. They're realistic. They're not dreaming. They're realistic. Cynical, again, that's like they are looking at things in a bad way. They don't see hope. They don't see, like the future as a positive. They're cynical. No, it's the world's going to end. Everything's going to be destroyed. Organized, right? They are very structured. They're organized. They have everything planned. Controlling. They want to be the leader. They always want to be the leader. Helpful, right? That person is helping you, right? If you need help, they will help you. They are helpful. Meddlesome. They are always looking over your shoulder. They are intruding. They are getting in your way. Okay, good, Lolly. Good, Mirena. Good, Lolly. One more. Good, Mary. Good, Lolly. Yeah, so intrusive, right? So that's a negative, right? They are getting in your business. And then realistic, I think that's positive. They see what is really happening. Cynical, that's negative, right? They have a negative attitude about the world. They're cynical. They're always looking at the world as negatively. Organized, I think that's positive, right? It's good to be organized. It's important to be organized. Get things done, right? If you're organized, you will get things done. If you are not organized, you will not get things done. So organized is definitely a positive. Controlling, that's a negative, right? We don't want to be around controlling people. We want to share in ideas. We want things to be equal. Helpful, right? That, of course, is positive, right? That's a good person. A helpful person is a good friend. Meddlesome, that is a negative, right? They're getting in your way. They are intruding in what you are doing. Okay, Tomas, thank you. We're almost done here, actually. Okay, so that was page 2. So good job, everyone. And we got one more thing to do. Now, our last part is you're going to make your own sentences, okay? So we're going to present the adjectives, and then you're going to make sentences with the adjectives, yeah? So that's the last part. The last part is you are doing it. You are in complete control. Okay, here we go. So this is our 3rd page of the worksheet, and this is where you write sentences. Okay, so here are the adjectives to write sentences, and let's go 5 minutes. So I'm going to put the timer here for 5 minutes. Make sentences using these adjectives. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and start. We have practical, skeptical, structured, rigid, supportive, intrusive, realistic, cynical. Practical, that is a person who is sees things the way they are. They're not dreaming. Skeptical, they're looking at things in a negative way. Structured, that person is organized. Rigid, too structured or not willing to listen to other people. Rigid, not willing to try something new. Supportive, they are helpful. They will give positive feedback. They will give positive energy to the group. Intrusive, they are getting in the way. They are not allowing you to do what, have your own thoughts, have your own ideas. Realistic, that's like practical. So they see things in the real way, like this is actually what's happening. And then cynical, they are looking at things in a negative way. Okay, let's see your sentences. Sleepwalker, he was always practical with money. Good, yeah, realistic, practical. Got to save money. Don't spend your money on designer bags, and be careful how you spend your money. Spend your money wisely. Practical person. Lolly, stop being so meddlesome in my affairs. Yeah, let me do it. Good, Lolly. Sleepwalker, don't be so skeptical about my suggestions. Yeah, don't be negative. Milena, I like to be helpful, but I have to be careful not to be meddlesome. Yeah, like maybe mothers and sons, right? So maybe the son, oh, my mother is so meddlesome. She's always asking me questions. Lolly, a rigid schedule left no room for fun. Good, yep. That's perfect. I like that sentence, right? So there's no space to let's just relax. Let's play a little ball. Yep, no room for that. No time for that. Corey. Okay, good, Corey. Sleepwalker, I'm amazed how structured you are. Everything is in its place. Thank you. Okay, Marcos, he's always skeptical of online reviews. He only believes what he sees in person. Good, good, good. Mirena, he is realistic and supportive. I love his advice. Good, good, Mirena. Sleepwalker, our boss is rigid. He doesn't allow us to make even tiny mistakes. Good. Mary, I don't want to be a skeptical person. I want to enjoy life and be supportive to other people. Nice. Good sentences, everyone. That's true, Sleepwalker. Each member of the group is supportive. Sleepwalker, I'm tired of intrusive questions. Good. Milena says, yes. She asks many questions to her son. Her son says, Mom, don't be meddlesome. Marcos, being so rigid, she couldn't appreciate the jokes on the comedy. So she couldn't appreciate the jokes on the comedy. No, okay, we have to change your sentence a little bit, Marcos. Being so rigid, she couldn't appreciate the jokes of the comedian, maybe. The jokes from the comedian. The jokes from the comedian. Okay, now I'm going to show you, I think there's more here. Okay, here's our second part here. So let's go 5 more minutes. Or we're going to go 3. I think we're going to go 3 more minutes. Let me get the, okay, 3. And then we're going to do the quiz in the chat. So on top of the chat, there's a quiz. Choose the best word for the quiz, or for the sentence. Choose the best word for the sentence. There is a sentence. In the sentence, there's a missing word. Choose the best word for the sentence. And then we have, in the next group, we have cynical. That is a negative person. They look at things in a negative way. Organized person, they have everything decided. Well, not decided, but they have each step, what to do in each step. Controlling, they want to be in control. They want to be in charge. They want to be the boss. Helpful, right? Helping other people. Meddlesome, getting in people's way. I try, Sleepwalker. I have my lesson plan here on the sheet of paper. I try to be organized and try to connect the activities. Thank you, Sleepwalker. That's right, Lolly. Very, very right. A structured routine boosts productivity. For sure. If you're organized, if you're structured, you will get things done. Cristiano Ronaldo is a practical soccer player. He has a supportive character. Sleepwalker, this controlling attitude will keep people away from you. Yes. Lolly says, avoid intrusive behavior at work. Yes. Sleepwalker, my friend is so helpful. Good. Thank you, Sleepwalker. Mary, cynical people don't have true friends. Yeah, they're like, who wants to be around cynical people? Right? They're always negative. You want to be around positive people. You want to be around supportive people. You want to be around helpful people. Good, Zara. My daughter is helpful. You are lucky. Sleepwalker, I try to avoid communicating with meddlesome people. Yep, don't do that. They will for sure get in your way. They will stop you from your goals. They will stop you from achieving, achieving success. Okay, there we go. Good sentences, everyone. Well done. Now, of course, there's lots of practice with this worksheet. It's on Patreon. Support me there so I can support you here. Get all the worksheets. You can practice on your own. Go to Patreon. You see all of those worksheets. Tons of worksheets. Support me there so I can support you here. Okay. It is time for the quiz. On top of the chat, there's a white box. In the white box, there's a sentence. In the sentence, there's a missing word. Choose the best word for the sentence. Okay, so let's open the box. Okay, are you ready for the quiz? The sentence is, he, too much money on clothes. He, too much money on clothes. Is it saves? Is it spends? Is it borrows? Is it earns? Does the sentence go like this? He saves too much money on clothes. He spends too much money on clothes. He borrows too much money on clothes. He earns too much money on clothes. Saves spends, borrows, earns. Choose the best word. Good luck. Yes, yes. Spends. Good, good, good. Yes, good, Lolly. Good, Mary. Yes, Samuel. He spends too much money on clothes. Sleepwalker, he spends too much money on clothes. Sham spends. Mirena spends. That is correct. Good job, everyone. Well done. You did it. Okay, I will be back on Thursday, 10 a.m. Thursday, 10 a.m. I hope to see you then. And please come to my channel every day. Please support me on Patreon. Subscribe to my channel. Join the channel. Become part of the Friendly Green team. Get some books at Amazon.com. All this good stuff right here. All this good stuff right here. You can enjoy. Okay, thanks so much. Oh, Mary says, I'm realistic. I can't spend too much money on clothes. Me too, Mary. Lolly, oh no. Oh no, Lolly says, I spend too much money on clothes. Okay, thank you so much, Lolly. I love you. Marcos, he got a loan from the bank to buy new clothes. That's nonsense. That's crazy. Okay, Zara, thank you. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Oh, and Friday, 10 p.m. for our premiere video every Friday night. So I hope to see you there every Friday night, 10 p.m. I live in Japan, right? This is Japan time. So these are our live stream classes, Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays. But Fridays, 10 p.m., we have premiere video. That's where we chat live. We watch a collection of 5 videos, and we make sentences, and we chat together. So please come to that too. Corey, thank you. Thank you, Lolly. Samuel, thank you so much, buddy. Okay, love and peace to you and your family. Smile, be safe, stay healthy. Let's count down and say goodbye together. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. We're gonna count down and say goodbye together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love and peace. Smile, be safe, stay healthy, and I'll be back on Thursday, 10 a.m. and Friday, 10 p.m. for our premiere video, and then back on Sunday at 10 a.m. and then again here next week, 5 p.m. with you. Okay, thanks so much. Take it easy. Bye. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Green Team. Thank you so much. I appreciate the Green Team. You are supportive. You are helpful. You are great people. Okay, thanks so much. Take it easy. Bye. Thank you.